Thank you for inviting me to this very exciting session. What kind of product or the forward moving decision has been done, I'm not so sure. But I think this is a global sort of world. And I was just went to London, in Singapore for 3 days and came back yesterday. I'm very tired. But I think what are the major sort of things you really like to address? One is we live longer, right? 60 or 70. And Japan is life expectancy is the largest and most aged nation. So that dementia is one of the issues. And I think if you, and then 5 years ago, I think when David Cameron hosted the GA Summit, US, UK is a National Health Service, so that he was very scared about increasing dementia, so that he created the World Dementia Council at that time, in December. Now, then they created the World Dementia Council, and now we have a 19th meeting. I was invited as one member, and I think I was at the 19th meeting in London last week. Now, what would you like to do? Because some of you or some of the family member may have some sign of dementia, and dementia, for example, no way to make a diagnosis at the moment. Cause is not known, so that like cholesterol or hypertension, you measure this, so if you try some medicine, you can follow whether it's working or not. But dementia, it's hard to do. So that I say this is one of the biggest challenge of this century. We never have this, no, we never have had such a challenging thing in 20th century, because many people die before age maybe 60, that's 70 or 80. So that what are the major, almost impossible challenge in 20th century? I say this thing. One is, you remember 1961, US president was JFK. And he made an inaugural speech when he became president. And later, same month, same year, in September, he went to Rice University and he made a speech. At that time, everybody thought this is impossible. He said, you remember, we will send a man to the moon. Within this decade, we will send a man to the moon and bring them back. So this is a sort of moonshot. Everybody thought it's impossible, but that's a commitment by US president. Do you know what's happened? And then spend many industry and budget, and that was September of 1961, he became a president. Right? This was achieved in 1969, in July. You know, Apollo 11, and they walk around the moon, they came back. So that was done in 8 years. Another big challenge of 20th century was, in my view, Human Genome Project. We are going to decode human genome. That started year 2000. No, 1990, I forgot. But anyway, it started, and the US and Japan and the UK chipped in, and everybody thought it's impossible. That was 1900 started, international competition. 7 years later, there's an official report by this team. We have succeeded in decoding human genome 1%. What do you think? Somebody thought 1%. Okay, that means we went through more than halfway. That's a Ray Kurzweil. He thought it. And next year, 1997, 1%, 1998, NIH, Craig Venter, is working on the shotgun method. And he was so much tired of bureaucratic system of NIH. So he left NIH and he started another competitor, shotgun method, and somebody just invested on this thing. And that was 1998. 2 years later, year 2000, that was the last year of President Clinton, and inviting Francis Collins, who is the director of International Consortium, Craig Venter, another one in the back of the screen was Tony Blair. And they announced, we have succeeded in decoding human genome. Not exactly 100%, but at least 95% we did that. Important lesson. Again, this impossible thought was done in 10 years. Important factor is one is progress in analysis thing and other technology and machine and other thing. But important thing is that there's a competitor, international consortium to create ventures. And this is a private investment. So there's a very important element as a competitor, it's the private sector. And then investor is over there. So this was done within two more years. So in my view, dementia is the largest challenge of this century. But quoting this kind of collective effort to achieve certain things, perhaps we could do that. So when I hear many things that you want to do something, but why you have to start with Japan? It's a global world. So there's plenty of capital in Japan is a big company, but they are not going to make any decision, right? How about I'm going to meet with some 面白いやつ, very interesting guy who discovered something, device for dementia tomorrow. He's from Israel. So I thought this is a very interesting thing, completely different. Because when I was invited to World Dementia Council in year 2013 by David Cameron, I was one of the original 14 members because I was pushing one of the key of solving dementia is digital technology, which was much faster than biotechnology. For example, how about quality of life for a caring person? That will be replaced by robot, right? Because there's a need. So maybe robot, maybe that is one thing. And another one was there are many very interesting results coming out in frontier of neuroscience and digital technology. So these are the opportunities. If you see different ways, there's tons of very interesting things. And if you start asking government to give us more money, it takes a long time. So maybe just, so some of venture capital has to come in. And that venture capital may not be in Japan, but somewhere in the world. So you have to think big, and there's plenty of opportunity if you think really big, and there's somebody there. Because the Japanese system decision is very slow. Big company has a tons of capital right now, but they're not spending it. Why is that? So just let's think. There must be a good partner somewhere. Because in the US and elsewhere, plenty of capital. So I think maybe if you're here, that you might go to Silicon Valley and Cambridge and this and that, wandering around, meet many people. Maybe too late, but I think you should do it. And then you become a part of this network of crazy people. And you may have a new ideas, new information. But all the information you can get in Japan, very limited. So I think that is a very important element. It's a global world, it's a common agenda, and health is one of the common agenda of this century. Now, for example, CAR-T, Novartis, this is like 3 years or younger one, give a shot, $500,000, one shot. But it takes that kind of technology, but who pays? So I think that kind of technology is a very important element, but who pays? In Japan, I think it's considered to be just public money, so that maybe we should have more of, I'm discussing this issue with Bryce and other things, because I think that's very expensive, but if you invest on this thing, it's very young boys and girls in Africa, that may eventually return sometime. So you have to think somewhere, not only in Japan, but in the world. I I think that has to be part of your intuition, not reasoning. If you have many friends somewhere, and you have emails, this and that, we discover something interesting. So, do you know somebody? That kind of thing is very important. Okay? So this is online and discussing and connecting your investor and also technologists, so which is a very valuable opportunity. And Haru-san has been doing this thing. So thank you very much again. But I think big, and the world is big, right? Don't bother with Japan. There's a lot of opportunity for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kurokawa. Thank you. Very interesting way to end the day.